movie was released, as well as
Various tidbits.
I'm going to say movie, and then Chris is going to see if he can guess or know the release date.
If it's a mainstream release, I'll always remember. The Psycho remake came out on December 4th, 1998. Jack Frost was December 11th, 1998. And then You Got Mail. December 18th. Yeah.
I can't remember a single movie from the 1990s.
Yeah.
No, I can remember Jurassic Park, because that was 1994.
No, it was 1993.
Here we go. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? What's happening? Hello and welcome to Movie Date, the only show where an idiot and a smart person review movies from the 1990s. Now, there's one thing that you should know about this show before we get into it, is that my co-host Chris Goodwin here has an unusual and amazing ability. And Chris, do you want to tell the folks at home something about what you can do?
Yeah, I remember movie release dates.
Could you tell me a movie from like the 1970s?
It has to be in my personal timeline, and it kind of starts around 1989.
I remember there was one time you and I were drinking, and you said that you think you might have hit yourself on the head, and that's why you could do this?
Oh yeah. I was definitely dropped. I was dropped on a rock when I was about 9 playing baseball, and that's around the time it started.
You dropped on a rock while playing baseball.
My dad dropped me on a rock while playing baseball by accident. I was trying to steal third, and he didn't want that to happen. Picked me up, fell on some ice. We both fell. I fell on the rock. He fell in the grass. And I woke up remembering movie release dates, I think. So it seems.
On that note, let's get into it.
My dad's all right. He's glad. He only hurt his back, but.
The first movie that I have here is Judgment Night.
Oh, October 15th, 1993.
Really?
And that had the soundtrack, the rap metal soundtrack. It was like one rap group, one metal group, like Booyah Tribe and Onyx, Helmet and House of Pain. Movie was a bomb, but the soundtrack, big hit.
I think about this soundtrack all the time.
Yeah.
What's the one that goes, traveling at the speed of thought?
De La Soul and Teenage Fan.
It was so good.
Yeah. It's like also too, like I remember it was Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill.
Yes.
There was some weird kind of experimentation.
Yeah, and all I can remember is that De La Soul one. So the point is, once again, October 15th,
1993.
October 5th,
15th.
1993.
Yeah. The cast was like phenomenal. It was Dennis Leary was the villain. Yeah. Everlast from House of Pain was like his henchman. Jeremy Piven. The good guys are Jeremy Piven, Cuba Gooding Jr., Steven Dorff, and Emilio Estevez. And they were like going to a boxing match. They get lost in the hood, and then they get attacked by Dennis Leary.
That's right. He's the king of the hood.
He's the king of the hood.
Okay, out of 5 Rain Men.
Judgment Night?
Yeah.
2.5 Rain Men.
Okay.
Soundtrack 5 Rain Men.
So I remember this movie like this. Dudes at a bachelor party or something get in a Winnebago. They get off in the wrong exit in Los Angeles. Oh. And then immediately, if you get off in the wrong exit in Los Angeles, you are immediately attacked by thugs. Dennis Leary being the worst thug. Let me give the movie, because I remember the beginning of it. I'm gonna give it 3 Rain Men, and the soundtrack I will give 5 Rain Men. I wish I could give it 100. Leon.
The Professional, right?
Yeah.
It came out in America as The Professional, but it's called Leon. Like
no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it because it had the picture of the guy looked just like he was in The Professional. I figured he was just in another movie dressed like that.
No,
that's what it was called.
It was The Professional. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow, when did it come out?
November, I think 18th, 1994. It's or like November 18th. Yeah, because the Fridays were 4/11/1825. So yeah, the 18th of 94. Just like that movie, Jet Li, Unleashed. Came out as Unleashed in the States, but around the world it was called, well, not around the world, but the first title was Danny the Dog, but in America it's called Unleashed.
Oh, when they had the the dog collar that would snap on his neck. And
Yeah.
he would be obedient, but if it came off, he would karate chop people.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman was the blind dude that could like smell ice cream. That's all I can remember with that movie.
Let me start with my review of Leon first because I just saw it recently for the first time. And was this the first movie to incorporate a white dude with dreadlocks?
No, I mean right before that it was a year before that it was True Romance, and I think that was the first time I've seen that Dexter Spivey, played by Gary Oldman, had the long dreadlocks.
It's almost like the subversive version came first, and then the earnest version came second.
Yeah.
Because with the white dude in with dreadlocks and Professional, he was like, he meant it.
I just rewatched it it played the New Beverly like 2 years ago, and it's really good. And it has 2 Bjork songs in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came out in 1994. Sony put it out, and Bjork is on Columbia, so they must have just like used 2 of her tracks in a like action movie, and like she wasn't really like famous yet.
I'm gonna give the Professional, sure, 4 Rain Men out of 5 Rain Men. How about you?
I want to give it I can give it 4.
I used to go to plays a lot. I used to go to community theater a lot in Florida, and I saw the play of this, and I was floored. And I thought it was brilliant, and I was like, someday they'll make a movie of this, and it's gonna change the world. And it didn't, but everyone knows about it. This movie is called Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, so you saw the Florida production?
Yes.
Of Drive Miss Daisy.
Yes.
Before it came out.
Yes, like years before, and I thought that my whole world had been turned on its ear.
Drive Miss Daisy was around the time where I just started being able to do this.
Yeah.
And it definitely came out December 1989. I want to say the 15th of December 1989. I think it came out the same day as Tango and Cash and Weird Al Angels with Sean Penn and Robert De Niro. If not the 15th, the 8th. But definitely came out in that cluster of December 1989. And Family Business, which we talked about last show, came out around the same time.
So what do you give? Just real fast, Driving Miss Daisy. It was fine. It was great. Everybody still says Drive Me the Piggly Wiggly. It's 3 Rain Men out of 4 Rain Men. What about you?
I'll give it 1 Rain Man out of 5. That was the year Do the Right Thing came out.
Oh.
It may have won Best Picture, like it was like the front runner, but that was the year Do the Right Thing got no nominations at all. None for Spike Lee, only for Danny Aiello, who was like supporting actor. And yeah, I think Drive Miss Daisy won like all the awards that year.
Spike Lee came to speak at the University of Florida, and when he told his story of how he decided to become a filmmaker, that's when I said, fuck it, I'll be a director, no matter what.
Spike Lee's awesome. I mean, he got game. He has about 5 or 6, I think, 4 classics, 5 or 6 great movies.
So now is the time in our show where I try to stump Chris with an obscure movie. And unfortunately, all I have to do is very, very simple homework to look up a movie. And I didn't. So I'm going to say one that I think I might have said last time, but I'm going to say it anyway. And maybe this will stump you, even though it's not really that indie. But I'm going to say it anyway. Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch.
January 10th, 1992 was the Boston release for that. That was a studio movie, 20th Century Fox.
Really?
Yeah. Boston release was January 10th, 1992. Christmas Day, probably 1991, will be like if you look it up on IMDb, it'll say Christmas Day 1991. But it came out January 10th, 1992 in the Boston theaters.
Did you see it?
I saw Naked Lunch like 3 years ago.
William Burroughs fan?
Not so much, but I've seen the movie and I've read some like beat stuff, but not so much Burroughs. But I think the movie's pretty great. It was on. It's been on cable recently, so I saw it there.
I like bugs. So if anybody wants to just throw out a real quick movie, we're going to see. We're not going to check it. We're going to do it in post. We're going to go like ding, 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 or if he gets it right or wrong. But yes, go ahead right here.
New Jack City.
New Jack City.
March 8th, 1991.
Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle.
June 27th, 2003.
Absolutely correct. Jersey Girl.
That's March 2004. I want to say, I'm probably wrong here, but around the time of March 25th, 2004?
26.
March 26th, off a day.
Joe Somebody.
December 21st, 2001.
Correct.
Oh, Joe Somebody. The tagline? A movie for everybody. Joe Somebody.
Now here comes the final segment of our show. As always, we try to stump Chris with this movie, and then we review it. Hudson Hawk.
Oh. May 24th, 1991. Same release date. Again, I'll do it again. All the movies that came
Yeah.
out that day. Drop Dead Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Hudson Hawk. Only the Lonely. Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. Thelma and Louise. Backdraft.
Hudson Hawk, real fast.
Yes.
I thought it was so cool how they went back in time and there was Leonardo da Vinci and he like was making all these, machines and shit, and he like had this thing that turned lead into gold, which was the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
The point was not to make money on gold, it was to devalue the price of gold
Yeah.
so that you could have more money in some other earnings.
Have we talked about my favorite thing about Hudson Hawk?
No.
The idea that like they figure out what how long they have to do the robbery,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, okay, so we have 3 minutes and 34 seconds, and they're like, okay, what song is 3 minutes and 34 seconds? And they sing that song while doing the robbery.
And it was sung by Bruce Willis and
Danny Aiello, Oscar nominee from Do the Right Thing.
the only Oscar.
The only Oscar nominee. Spike Lee, no nomination. Spike Lee for acting, no nomination. Spike Lee for writing, no nomination. Spike Lee, no nominations for Spike Lee.
And we'll find out what also wasn't nominated for an Oscar next time on Movie Date. Thank you so much. Let's do them.